The Smashing Pumpkins are back with their 13th studio album just announced today. It's called AGHORI MHORI MEI. Let's break it all down and talk about the track list and this new album announcement right now. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so I'm doing this little impromptu video here right now on my couch because I'm just in the middle of a move right now. We just started moving today when the Smashing Pumpkins made this announcement. I haven't had a chance to set up my new rock room yet, so I'm doing a little impromptu video here on the couch, and I had to talk about this new announcement from the Smashing Pumpkins. They're one of my favorite bands. Had to talk about this new album announcement that came out today. So the new album from the Smashing Pumpkins, I hope I can pronounce this correctly, is called AGHORI MHORI MEI. It comes out on August the 2nd. It's their 13th studio album. It's their follow-up to the 2022 and 2023 autumn album trilogy. And this album announcement is coming out of nowhere. It's already coming out on August the 2nd. We're already towards the end of July. So it's coming out in just a couple of weeks. The band is currently on tour. Smashing Pumpkins have been hitting the road hard so far in 2024. They did a tour with Weezer over in the UK, and now they're on tour with Green Day across North America. So the Smashing Pumpkins have been keeping very busy on tour and then fitting in album recording sessions in between those dates. So what we know about this new album is called AGHORI MHORI MEI. I don't really know what that means. I was trying to look it up in some articles online. I didn't really see it, but if you know what it means, let me know in the comments below. It's going to feature 10 brand new songs from the Smashing Pumpkins. And like I said, this album was recorded in between stops on their current tour. And let's take a look at the track listing here for the new album, AGHORI MHORI MEI. It's going to take a couple more times for me to get that album name straight, but we got 10 brand new songs from the Smashing Pumpkins. Of course, song titles don't really mean anything unless we actually look and listen to the album, but we have Eden, Pentagrams, Sagomi, Pentecost, War Dreams of Itself, Who Goes There, 999, not 666, 999, Goeth the Fall. I like that title, Goeth the Fall, Sicarus, and then Murnau. That is the track listing for the brand new album from the Smashing Pumpkins. And again, a lot of the song titles on this are very, very weird. Smashing Pumpkins already had that going on the Autumn album, had that same problem with some song titles I didn't really understand. And then Sear had that going on there. Some of these song titles are very hard to pronounce. And Billy Corgan has gone online to talk about this new album and said the album is, quote unquote, a return to the ways of making music from the Smashing Pumpkins heyday from 1990 to 1996. I'm not really sure if that means in the sound of the album, if it's going to sound like those earlier records from the 1990s, or if it's more just methodology and production that they're putting into this new record. And we Smashing Pumpkins fans, of course, have a very strange relationship with new Smashing Pumpkins music. A lot of fans want Billy Corgan and the band to sound like Siamese Dream or Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. That is very much the classic Smashing Pumpkins sound, and I feel like they've done that on some of their later albums, especially albums like Oceania and Shiny and Oh So Bright. I feel like the Smashing Pumpkins can go back to that sound when they want to, which is not all the time. Definitely the last few albums have not been very rock. There's been some good rock songs like Beguiled. I think that's a great rock track from the Smashing Pumpkins over the last little while. Spellbinding as well. But overall, there's been a very synth-heavy sound on the last couple of albums, especially on Autumn and on Sear. And the thing is, I want Billy Corgan to do what he wants to do creatively. I very much believe in that creative freedom for artists to do that, especially when they're making new music and they have to live up to all those past classics. But I think with the Smashing Pumpkins, especially when you have a 30-song album like Autumn, sometimes the songs and sometimes the results can be a little bit mixed. I think with this new album, it's called, again, AGHORI MHORI MEI. I got to say that a few more times. I really just hope that this new album feels more like a band. I think the Autumn project, although it was kind of cool in certain spots, it very much sounded like a Billy Corgan solo record. It didn't really sound like a Smashing Pumpkins band record. I really didn't feel like James and Jimmy were as involved as they should have been. You brought back some of the original members of the band. We got Jimmy back, we got James Iha back, but it didn't really sound like they were very much involved with that record. So I really hope that this new one feels like a more of a full band effort. And this album cover, it looks interesting. It's not really blowing my mind or anything. I'm not really sure what it's depicting here. It's a kind of a bright circle with some lines going through it, maybe a little bit of a Dark Side of the Moon vibe going on here. Not really sure what they're going for. Not really mind-blowing, but it's interesting. The thing with the Smashing Pumpkins for a lot of us fans these days is that we have to take them on an album by album basis. Some of the more recent albums, or at least in the last decade or so, or just over a decade, albums like Oceania, Monuments to an Elegy, Shiny and Oh So Bright, had more of those classic Pumpkins tracks on there, songs that sounded like the Pumpkins' heyday. The band is saying that they're going back to the methodology and the ways of making music from their heyday back from 1990 to 1996 when they were making albums like Gish and Siamese Dream and Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. We have to take them on an album by album basis because the last couple albums, Sear and Autumn, although I do like some of the tracks on there, it's been a little bit hit and miss. So I'm excited for this new album from the Smashing Pumpkins. Like, I'm excited that they've just announced it out of nowhere and we're getting this new music from the Smashing Pumpkins. Very excited about that, but still a little bit trepidatious about what this album is going to sound like. We haven't heard a first single yet. Maybe that will change things. Although even on Autumn, the first single was Beguiled, and that was an amazing, great rock and roll track from the Smashing Pumpkins. But then the rest of the album, not so much. So we're going to see what happens with this new album from the Smashing Pumpkins, once again called AGHORI MHORI MEI. It's coming out on August the 2nd, and you can bet I'll be talking about it here on the channel. But anyways, guys, that's a quick little rundown of the brand new album from the Smashing Pumpkins, AGHORI MHORI MEI. How many times am I going to have to say it until I actually can say it without looking at my notes here? It comes out on August the 2nd. Brand new album from the Smashing Pumpkins. Let me know if you're excited about it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about this brand new album from the Smashing Pumpkins coming out on August the 2nd. If you like this video, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. I'll get the new rock room set up very soon so we can get back to making some videos. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. That would really be awesome if you want to subscribe, and make sure to follow me on social media across platforms at Nick Chino Music. And we'll be sure to talk about this new album from the Smashing Pumpkins. But until then, rock on, everybody.